This is a video in a series of videos on deployment with Clarive. In this video we are going to deploy Endevor packages on the mainframe. So we are going to have a look at the integration that we have built with Endevor, the source code repository that is used on the mainframe. So to integrate with Endevor, we have here on the left our applications, and one of these applications that I have here is my mainframe application. My mainframe application that I have here also the Endevor repository, and I can find here packages that are ready to be deployed by Clarive. I filter here because I can have hundreds of thousands of packages, and this is a direct link to Endevor, so I want to filter so that the output that I get back is limited to a number of packages. So I'm only interested in the packages starting with demo 0, and just now you see it's going out to Endevor, and it will return with a selection of packages for my filter that I have put. So when I look here now, I have only one package that is available for deployment, demo 004. And from here I can see what is in that package. I can see that there is a COBOL program in that package, and I can even go further, and by the question mark I can just go and run some reports, some Endevor reports against that particular program or source that is part of that package. So I can see the changes that were made. I can have history, I can have components that are using it or being used. I can see the summary report, so I can see that all from within Clarive. That's data that is coming directly from Endevor. To make a package available for deployment in Clarive, we have to approve it in Endevor. We have to cast it, as it is called in Endevor. So to have more than one package here, we have to go to Endevor, and we need to just cast a package. So I have here a package ready, demo 16. I have made changes to sources. I have added the elements. I have moved them into the package, and the package is now ready to be casted. So by selecting 3 here to cast, I can just cast that package, and I will get a message cast successful. After doing that, the package is now available for deployment with Clarive. So when I refresh here my view, refresh my node, you will see that instead of a single package demo 004, I have now my newly created package or casted package demo 16 that is available for deployment. To deploy with Clarive, we use changesets. We have seen that in the other videos. We use changesets, and in changesets we can drag and drop revisions, attachments, builds, artifacts, and we can also drag and drop Endevor packages in there. So here we have demo 16. We just drag it into our changeset, save that, and from here we see that now we have a changeset with that Endevor package related to it. And from here we can just start the deployment because the status is ready for QA. It's ready to go to QA. Let's deploy it to the QA. So we have here the promote to in QA, and it comes up with a panel where we select, in fact, a pipeline. A pipeline, the main complete pipeline. In every video that is available that we have recorded lately, we are using the same pipeline. So we can, with a single pipeline, deploy multiple technologies to multiple platforms and to multiple environments. We will reuse that same pipeline, which gives you a very consistent way in deploying your changes to every of your environments and finally up to the production environment. The when, date, and time that gets proposed is also special to Clarive because that is coming from a calendar. So we have defined here for our environments calendars, and for quality assurance we have said there were very little limitations except on Wednesday and Friday. But if I was looking at the production environment, you will see that there are a lot more limitations. So there are a lot more windows that we can't deploy, and there are windows that we can only do urgent deployment. So that's that calendaring that gets, in fact, checked before we launch a job when we can do it. So if I change the date, it will always propose me time slots that are available depending on the calendars that need to be used. So when I create that job, it's the pipeline is going to create a job to deploy to the QA environment. So just going to the monitor, I see here that I have now for QA my changeset to deploy the Endevor package. I can just go out and you see that's demo 16. That's exactly the changeset that we were looking at. And I can follow that job and go to the log. In the log, I can see that it has detected it's got to do something with Endevor. And it's gonna do something with Endevor on the mainframe. It means it has to start JCL on the mainframe. So it has submitted the JCL to the mainframe, and it's job 425. Now I could go now back to the mainframe and follow that job in SDSF, but I can just see here in my log in Clarive, we trapped the output. So I can go here and see the output of my job. I can see, in fact, what has been done. I can see the inspect by Endevor. I can see the execution. I can see, in fact, all the messaging that is coming from executing that job on the mainframe. So all of that is available in Clarive. We just trap the chess spool to give you that information. So, and now by now my job is probably finished. Just going back to the log and refreshing, you will see that now it has finished and it has done some post-processing, like moving my changeset that was in the status in QA or ready for QA. It will be now, I don't want to change it, I'll just refresh it, and it will be in the status in QA, and we see that it has been deployed in the QA environment. So that's how we can deploy Endevor packages. Now we are in the QA environment, and in the next video we are going to take that package and deploy it into production. But we are not going to deploy that package with that changeset only. We are going to combine that changeset with the Endevor package with a changeset that has the WAR front end for the web browser, that has also changes to COBOL sources that are managed by JIT, that are not in Endevor, and we will just group these changesets into release and deploy them with a single job. So we will deploy at that time multiple technologies to multiple platforms with a single job, and that is coming in one of the next videos that we will record.